Good afternoon, students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. So today we will complete these two topics, files and files. Few important functions are there that we will complete, and then object-oriented programming we will look at. So anyone practiced previous programs? Okay, Manasa, have you all finished writing assignment?
Yes, ma'am. Assignment we are writing, ma'am. I've done.
Hmm. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. While
All the
writing, we can
topics are
understand
clear.
the programs. Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am.
Very nice. So we already learned that file is a collection of data elements. File can be um, read, can be written. Means we can read from a file, we can write into a file, we can open a file, we can close a file. These are the operations that we looked at, and also we executed programs on those operations. Today we will look at few other operations which are quite important in understanding files and the file pointer position, uh, and reading and writing. Instead of reading and writing bytes, we can read and write lines. Okay, we looked at reading 10 bytes, means 10 characters. We saw read of 10. Read of 10 means it, what did it do? It printed 10 characters. It's like byte. Okay, so 10 bytes it printed. Instead of printing bytes, we can uh, we can get it a line printed, entire line. So all that we will study today, and if time permits we will complete oops concepts. With that, I think we will be covering exception handling. Is there or not? Let me check if it's there. But this week I'll try to finish unit 1. Hmm. All right. So where were we did all this read method. Read method will read bytes. Here you specify the bytes, number of bytes means number of characters. Each byte is one character. Write method, it writes data into the file. Open method and close method, and these modes in which file could be opened: read mode, write mode, read write mode, append mode. This is the syntax to open the file. File object, open, file name, access mode, and buffering. Buffering is about specifying some memory area for storing the contents of this file. Today we will look at file positions. Within file there is a pointer kind of thing that points initially to the uh, first line. All right. So line 1, this is one line 1, this is line 2, this is line 3. Like that, one by one, it moves. And suppose if there are 10 lines in the file, and you have printed 4 lines, then the pointer would be at line number 5. Okay, pointer would be at line number 5. And to determine the current position within the file, tell method is used. Tell would tell where is the pointer. Seek method is a uh, method of that changes the current file position. If suppose the position is at fourth line, if the position is at fourth line, if you would like to change the position to first line, or suppose there are 10 lines, you may go to 10th line, you may go to first line, you may go anywhere. In fact, that is seek function. It takes offset and from offset means how many bytes you want to move, and from means from starting, or the current position or the last position, how many bytes you would like to move. You want the pointer to change depending on the starting position, or current position, or ending position. So the from is set to 0. 0 means beginning of the file. It is set to 1 for current position as a reference position. 2 means end of the file. Okay. And here, this is the program that opens a file. How do we open a file? We open a file using open function. Open file name mode, and this is the file object. Str is a variable that stores the contents or the bytes that have been read from the file foo.txt. 10 bytes have been read and stored in str. Printing, read string is whatever has been read, that prints. Check current position. Now where the pointer is, the position is, that can be known from tell function, and then printing the current file position. And after that, reposition pointer. How to reposition the pointer? uh, Pointer could be repositioned by using seek method. Seek method would take 0, 1, 2 as the offset, and 0 is from the beginning, 1 is from the current position, 2 is from the end. That is first offset. No, the second one, from. Offset means how many bytes. How many bytes? It is 0. Str is equals to foo dot read. Foo is what? The object that is pointing to foo dot text. Foo dot read of 10. 10 bytes have been read. Again, read string is str. Then close the open file. Okay. So read string is 10 bytes have been read. Current file position is 10. And again, read, same thing has been read. Why same thing has been read? Because the pointer has been repositioned. It has been repositioned to the beginning. Renaming and deleting files. Files could be renamed using rename method. Os.rename, current file name, and new file name. OS is a module. You import the module, import OS, and then you can rename the file from current file to new. And then this is the syntax implementation in the program. How do you write? Import OS module, os.rename test1 to test2. A remove method is to delete the files by supplying the name of the file. This OS module dot remove method, file name it takes and it removes it. Following this example is to delete existing file by using a remove method. Remove method deletes the file. So os.remove text2.txt. It is a text file. That's why it has an extension .txt. How can directories be created in Python using OS module? It has got several methods that help to create, remove, change the directories. Mkdir is a method that creates a new directory, os.mkdir, and name of the directory, which is new dir, and import os.mkdir. This test directory has been created. Chdir is to change the current directory to the, so whatever we are in. What do we do from that directory? We move to this new directory, change directory. And then this is the uh, code to write the change directory method, os.chdr home new dir. Okay. And then get cwd is current working directory. Cwd is current working directory. And then uh, os dot get current working directory code is this. It does not take any parameter. It just gives the current location, whichever directory you are currently working in. Look students, what happens, you will have a directory, let us say c backslash uh, python directory. In python directory you are creating new dir. Hmm? So you can change, presently you will be here, you can change this to new dir. And then uh, if you are in new dir, get cwd means it prints new dir. If you are in python directory, get cwd means it prints python. mkdir is rmdir. Rmdir is to remove the directory. The code for that is just two lines of code. Import os dot rmdir, and then the path or the directory path that you would like to remove. So test, you are removing the test directory. File and directory related methods. In this we have file object method. We will learn only file object methods, because this chapter is all about files, and you have in syllabus files. Shivaji, what is your roll number? Two students have joined without roll number. Please join with roll number, because we are taking attendance as well. So from next time, please join with roll number. We will look only at file object methods. They are file.close. This already we studied. File.flush is a method that clears the buffer. When buffer is allocated for a file, buffer is nothing but a space in the memory. Some space is allocated. In this space, whatever you read from the file, all that you can place, system would place. And then file.flush means it is like removing all this. All right. It is clearing the data that has been stored in the buffer, that is flush. File no is it returns a file descriptor that is used by the underlying implementation to request IO operations. You know, whenever you create a file, or you open a file, that open method would return a file no, like how students would get roll number. Roll number would identify students uniquely, like that. File number is a unique file descriptor or identifier that would identify the file uniquely, okay, with that number. And then is atty, this is a method that would return true if the file is attached to any terminal device. Otherwise it returns false. Terminal devices are monitors, keyboards, output devices. Next is a method that returns the next line from the file. Each time you call a method, each time you read the data from the file, uh, by using next function or next method, it reads line by line. Okay. First line it reads, next again if you call next line it reads, and so on. File dot read it would accept size in bytes. If you want to read 10 bytes, you have to say 10. If you have to read 100 bytes, you have to say 100. You have to specify the bytes. All right. And read line is a method that reads one line at a time. Read would read bytes at a time, means the specified number of bytes. Uh, Read line would read lines one by one. And then read lines. Now, so far we learned read line. This is the third one. This is read lines. Read lines means what? It read all the lines, means the contents of the entire file it reads until it encounters end of file, means the entire file is read. File.seek, we learned just now, seek method would reposition the pointer based on the parameter value offset and whence. Means whence is nothing but from where and how much. Offset is how many bytes. If you say 10 comma 0 means from beginning you want the pointer to move to the 10th byte. And if you say 12 comma 1 means from the current position 12 bytes you want to move. And if you say 15 comma 2 from the last line, from last line 15 bytes. File.tell is it returns the current file position. File.truncate means it truncates, means removes. If it removes some part of the file. Okay, is it size, how much it removes it, depending on the size. File.write is to write the string into a file. Write lines is to write a line or sequence of strings. All right, these functions we will look at, we will execute. We will execute files in Pycharm. Why I am executing files in Pycharm? Because in Chrome, uh, changing directory, creating directory, will not give that a clear idea. Here we can know all that. That's why files and modules packages we have executed using PyCharm IDE. All the other programs we have executed using uh, Jupyter notebooks. So we learned open close file and read write file. So if first one is rename. Rename the file. What happens in this? We open the OS, import the OS module, os.rename. We can create a new text file here. New file text 4.txt. One text file with the name text4 has been created. Here we can write and I'm saving this. After that, I am renaming the file from text4 to text5. And there is another function implemented here, os.remove, deleting the file, and os.mkdir to create a a directory and rmdir to remove a directory. All functions I have written in the same program. Let us execute it. Let me check whether text1 is there or not. If text1 is not there, then it raises an error because we are trying to delete text1.txt. Oh, let us create another file. New file text1.txt. There is a file text1.txt. Please uh, focus here. It is not enlarging. Here we have text1.txt, text2.txt, text4.txt. We will execute now rename.py, run rename. Oh, it has created text and it has removed also, I think. Let us comment this and again we have to create. What we have to create? Text 4. Here you see text4.txt got changed to text5 and text1 was deleted. Earlier here text1 was also there, now text1 is not there. And then one test directory has been created and it has been deleted. These two functionality we can see. So I'll comment this and this also. Now we'll see whether it is creating the directory or not. Yeah, look at here students. I don't know, it's too small, but it's not enlarging. I'm trying to enlarge, but do you see here test? This is a directory that has been created from this method os.mkdir. And now what we will do, we'll try to execute this one. We will try to remove it. Run. Oh, nice. Look at there. Now there is no test. That directory has been removed. So four methods we executed in the single file. Because it is only a single line of code, no, that's why I have not created different files. I've created only one file. And then after rename, it was flush, I guess. Flush, actually we can't see what is happening because there is some data, there is some buffer, there might be some data in the buffer. If you call flush, it gets removed and cleared. And then that actually cannot be shown, but then let us execute it. Executing, to execute, right click and run flush. Name of the file is test2.txt. Here we are printing the name of the file. f4.name. F4 is the file object that receives the file number from this open method, and then we are printing f4.name, f4.flush, f4.close. All right, and then file position. Oh, file position also we have to see. File position is text2 dot. Let us see whether text2 is there. Text5 is there. Text2 dot. Okay, it's there. Line 3, line 2, Save. And now we will learn, we will execute file positions.py. In this, there is text2.txt. We are opening in read write mode. Read 10 bytes, tell the position, print the position, and from the current students, what is the meaning of 0 comma 1? Please tell me. Seek 0 comma 1. Anyone, please?
0 is offset, ma'am. And 1 seek function is offset and
Yeah,
0
0
is
is
begin
offset.
and 1 is current, ma'am, in the seek one, in the seek function.
In this, yeah, you are absolutely right, Manasa. First is offset.
Yes,
Second,
ma'am.
what is second one? Second what is second parameter?
From, ma'am.
Yeah, it is from. From one means what?
File position.
From the current position. If I specify 0 here, then from
Beginning position.
very good.
Default position.
Yeah, it's starting position. Start. 0 means start, 1 means current position, and 2 means last. Okay. So here what I did in the program, actually it is 0 comma 0, but I just changed it to 0 comma 1 to see what it prints. Let us look at that, and we'll see about what it prints for 0 as well. If I right click this, read string is line 1. Okay, line 1. Current file position is 11. Here line 1 is the uh, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Line 1 and L. Line 2. Second line's L. Totally 10 characters. Okay, let us write 5 and execute. 5 means only LINE and space. It is reading 5 bytes from the file. Current file position is 5. Again, string is ONE1 means line 1. Here, this one. Oh, here it is 10. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second read is 10 characters. Because, guys, here, what text 2 is there, no? Observe here, when it is at position 5 and it is trying to print 10 bytes, so it is starting from ONELINE space T. Okay, so these together form 10 bytes that it is printing. And now we will change it to, it's also we will make it 5. It is going in next line and it is a bit confusing. This 0 comma 0 means from, it reads from the beginning. So how it reads, it reads, read string is line, current file position 5. Again read string is line because we started from beginning. 0 comma 0 means 0 bytes from the starting 0th position. And next one is tty. Now this file is not attached to any terminal, that's why it returns false. If you attach this to any terminal, then it returns true. Then next is it reads line, each line. No, here. Um, Wait, next. Open text2.txt in read mode. Name of the file is foo.name. For index in range 5, for means 0 to 4. All right. Try and accept the exception handling. Line equal to next of foo. Next function would return line. It reads line by line. Line number, index, line. And when it encounters um end of the file, suppose during this for loop, then it raises this exception stop iteration and it comes out break in case if it happens. In our file, we have got only 3 lines and it has not printed anything. Why it has not printed anything? Which file? Text2. Text2 has nothing. Where it was there, no, just now. Where it has not. Okay, foo dot. We'll use foo dot text. Here we will use foo.text and we will execute. So here we got the output. Line 0, Python is a great language. Look at here foo.txt. There are 3 lines. Python is a great language. Yeah, it's great. This is a last line. So here all the 3 lines got printed. This is the output. Look at here. Line number 0, line number 1, line number 2. After that, it um, it is stops because there are no more lines to read. And then next is done. Just open. We know about it, but let us do it again. Open the file foo.txt, read the 10 characters and then print it. Foo.txt, read line Python is. 10 characters in foo.is Python is. This is open. Just open a file name mode, printing the name of the file, fo.name, fo.read of 10 means 10 characters reading, print read line means this line. What is this line? It has got 10 bytes. So open is done. Next file number is over, file position is over, flash. Next open close is done, read is done, read line, read is done. Read is just reading 20 characters. Fo is the file object dot read of 20. So 20 bytes have been read or 20 characters. Read line, name of the file is, oh, here text2 data is not there. Let us write name of the file is fo.name. Fo.name is the property or the uh, attribute that returns the name. Fo.readline. Fo.readline means it reads the line, one entire line. Again, we are printing one more line. No, actually we are printing first line here. Fo.readline will return first line. We are storing in line and printing it and storing. This is specifying that we want to read 5 characters from read line and printing that. It is right. Read line. First one is Python is a great language. Second one is just five characters have been printed. Yeah, and space. Because here 5 is mentioned. If you don't mention anything, it prints the entire line. If you mention the count or the number of characters or the number of bytes, it prints or it returns a specified number of bytes. This is read line. Read line 2 is same, just different file. Read line 3, read line 3 is, here read lines. Read lines means it reads uh, all the contents, entire data from the file and store in this variable line and print the variable line. And then seek means you are going again back to the beginning. Actually, after printing, the pointer is now after last. But what are you doing? You are going to again the first line. Then line equal to foo dot read line. Again it prints. Please observe, students, here. Notice that the first one is read lines, second one is read line. Let's execute. Right click and then, oh, text 2 does not have any data. Data has been lost. So foo. First is read lines. All the 3 lines have been read. Python is a great language. Yeah, it's great. This is the last line. Because of read lines method. Read line, second one is just reading a line, not the entire file. This is this one. Tell, tell we know, but again, this is another program. I think we did tell and seek in that file positions program. Let us execute it again. So here reading a line and the current position is 29. Then test2 is text file, text2 is text file, truncate. Truncate, it truncates uh, one line. Here it is removing this first line. Students, if you find any problem in uh, the font or anything, you please convey to me so that I can try to change. Here it is reading line, Python is a great language, and then that has been truncated from this file. Now it has only, yeah, it's great, and this is the last line. Truncate will remove. Write is, we know it writes the number of bytes. Here foo.text. If we write, oh, we'll write this in test2 because test2 does not have. Oh, let us check here. Test2 here. What are we writing? We are writing Python is a great language. Yeah, it's great. When we open this is text2. Then this is that our program has written these 2 lines in test2.txt. That is right. Write to is, this is writing by using this seek. First file is opened, name of the file is printed, str is, this is the last line. 02 means what? Please tell me, anyone? 02 means what?
Zero means number of bytes and two means file position, ma'am.
2 means where? Yeah, it's position from first or current or last.
End of the file.
Uh, End of the file. 2 means last line. So let us see whether it is writing. We will write here. This is a last. Actually, in foo, already we have. This is a last line. So we'll write this is a new last line. 0 comma 2 right, and then seek 0 comma 0 means again we are going back to the beginning, first position, index in range 2. Why range 2? Where we have 4 lines, so we'll write 4. Line equal to next of, okay, next is to get the next line, and this is the print to print index and the line number foo dot close. Okay, the run write 2. What is the output? Line number 0, line number 1, line number 2. Oh, we should give actually 3. No. Oh, okay. Foo means where is foo? It has written that, but it should write. It should. It did it. Students, please 1 minute, no? Sorry about that. Where are we? We are here. So it has written in the last line only. It continued. Why it did like that? Where is our program? Write to. This is a new last line 0 comma 2. Write a line at the end of the file. Okay, if I change it, if I change to 1, can't do non-zero end relative seeks means for end it should be 0 only. Foo dot write. Now read complete file from the beginning for index in range 4, line equal to next foo, line number, index line. Oh, I have not given here slash backslash n, new line character. That's why it continued writing. This is new last line. Now we will see. Then here it should be 5. Uh, Look at here, students. Because at that time I did not give backslash n, new line character. That's why it continued on the same line. Now because I specified new line character, this is a new last line has come into next line. Okay. With this, we have done with the files. All the programs that I have executed for files, I'll share with you people. And then, uh, students, do you all have any doubts?
Ma'am,
Hmm.
ma'am, at the
Yeah, go
bottom of
ahead.
the screen, there is a line process finished with exit code 1. So what does that mean?
It means that I have given 5, but line numbers are 1, no? That's why, that's why it has it. Line number 0. How many? I have given 5 here. There are 4 lines actually. No, but again it will add one more line. So now 5. This is a one more new we will add. Now it has exit with the 0 code. So do you understand the difference? Earlier there were only 4 lines and I specified 5. That's why there was some error. If there is an error, there will be an exit code of 1. If there is no error, then it will be an exit code of 0. Got it? Any other doubts in all the file programs that we have learned so far? Let us check where are we in our syllabus. Also data, we learned about data. Then we learned about expressions that operators, expressions, variables, that is this, statements, modules, functions, control flow, functions have come twice, lists, tuples, dictionaries, files, modules, packages, object oriented programming. All we have completed. Only object oriented programming is left. And with that, we would complete Python part of Unit 1. So then we have to start AI theory, introduction to AI. And then we will continue with our lab work every Tuesday. We will continue with lab work, and then during our theory classes, all this is your lab work. Machine learning, data pre-processing, classification, although nothing is a part of AI, but it is part of syllabus. I'll explain to you and we will execute programs. So I think I will take object-oriented programming tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll try to finish this, and then uh, day after tomorrow we would start AI introduction. All right, students. If you have any doubts, you can ask.